Hello. No, it's fucked again. What is going... Okay, whatever. There's something wrong with my computer. I don't know what's going on. So Pa finished first place in Group B, 3-0, 6-2 maps overall, pretty good. I think one of those was a forfeit, but RS we know they're good, 2-1 in Group C, 5-2 overall, barely losing the first place match for Group C to Naru's team there. Okay, let me get the info and hop into the server. Okay, so the picks and bans. Panda for Pa banned Campgrounds, and Scream RS banned Crusader. The map pick for Panda is Focus, and Malevolence is the pick of Scream. And let me head into the server. Hopefully this works. I just took off the HD texture pack out of my streaming UT because it seemed like Twitch could not handle it. So hello Wildcat. Thank you for coming back. Yeah, I don't know what first happened there. When I put the stream on, like, I hadn't opened UT or nothing yet. And, like, I don't know, like, my cursor on my screen was, like, barely moving. It'd be just, like, lagging around. It's fucking weird. Ah, thank you, K2. That's a better description than what I put in. Quarterfinal match. So let me have a quick look at that bracket, see what the dealio with this is. Of course, if you lose, you're out. So the winner of this will head to the semifinal in the upper portion of the bracket, and they will face the winner of C and TP, which is Ramdrop and Azura's team. And I think, when are they playing? They're playing, are they scheduled? They're playing on Sunday. They are playing on Sunday. So the winner of this will face the winner of that in the upper bracket semifinals. I kind of want to look at more information, perhaps see why Pa elected to pick Focus. I haven't casted much Focus overall in this cup. I think I've maybe once. I think I casted Azur's team playing this map once. That's about all I can recall. Panda stronger in storage? Yeah, he is actually pretty good there. I played, well, not directly against him on storage. I played against him a couple times on a pug here. I wasn't on storage, but I was on hideout here, or pit, whatever the fuck it's called, and constantly helping out on storage, and he did pretty well, so. Perhaps thinking that RS is not very experienced on this map, which might be true. I don't know how much Bug has played this yet. I think it's safe to assume he'll go over to the real true solo point on this map, which is this one. Could be hideout, could be pit. I can't remember. I think it's pit. Horrible name selection for the points on Focus, but that's where I expect Bug to play, probably against Demon. And it'll be Panda Storage, Spitter, and Ghost. Oh yeah, they did pick up Ghost. I forget who they dropped. Pit, yes, Pit indeed. This should actually be really close. These teams on paper look very even to me. Bug and Demon should be pretty close on the one solo. give Bug a slight edge there. The secondary solo position, I suppose it could be Panda or Ghost, and they both can play solos. I think on this map it'll be Panda against Scream. I think I give it a slight advantage in either one of those to Paw. Scream's okay, but I think in general the other two should be a bit stronger there. And then the 2v2 Achi Miso against, in this case, Spitter and Ghost. They drop magic, that's right. Fucking ram drop. Look, for next season, I'm going to come up with some new names for the points. In fact, yes, I'm going to look for new names for the points. Oh shit, we've started. And I will provide new names. And if there's any other maps that you think don't have good names, I will come up with excellent names for those too. This is a job and a responsibility that I truly do want. God bless you, Lewis. God bless you. And he is here for Demon, and we're currently watching Demon, who is, as expected, on the pit against Mr. Bug. Early on, it is 3 points for Demon against now 2 for Bug, so even to start, but Bug is going to be equalizing pretty quick here there. Overall, it's an early 4-point advantage for Blue here. It is Scream on storage, as we assumed, and it appears to be Panda over there, not Ghost. I think we saw Ghost play on storage. I think we casted him play storage here in I think he was playing for a different team. I can't remember who he was playing for, but I distinctly remember casting Ghost playing storage here, and him being the main reason his team lost the map. I don't. Maybe it was Azur's team. I can't remember. I remember Azur doing really well on Pit, and I think they won 2 points, but they lost because they lost storage so bad. TP, yeah, that is right. Yeah, okay. So I am remembering correctly. It's gonna be a very close match. I'm sure there's a lot of people watching that are kind of hoping for the Karma redemption and Paw to be eliminated here after the forfeit shenanigans that were taken. But hey, it is what it is. They're in the quarterfinals now, and they're trying to make it to the semis, so we'll see if they can do it. This is their map pick, by the way. This is the map pick of Paw, so they're going to want to take down this one surely. Malevolence will be next. And I think that map is for sure going to favor RS, I would say. Especially on the 2v2. Watching Bug now on the Pit matchup, it's currently 11 points to 7. Bug over Demon here. So, like we said, oh, that's a nice double kill right there by Bug. Did give the advantage on the primary solo point position to RS here. Bug is going to be a bit better than Demon. The secondary solo point, I gave an edge to Paw, which currently is playing out, as you see. Panda 18 points on storage already to the only 9 of Scream. So let's check in with him. Panda, they're definitely the main reason that the game is currently tied in a neck-and-neck battle right here. Let's have a quick look to see the 2v2 spot. We got, what do we got there? We got 12 points combined for Paw between Ghost and Spitter against 16. So RS is winning Pit and Hideout right now, but they're losing storage heavily, and that is the reason the game is actually, well, basically dead tied right here, and Red holding all 3 points at the moment. And if Paw wins this, it is all because of this guy, Panda. Scream is not enjoying himself right now. That is for sure. Well, we'll see you later, Murder. I'm sorry this was not more entertaining for you. We're doing the best we can. 4-point advantage overall for Paw. Yeah, 26 to only 11 over here by Scream. I think they're going to have to... Miso and Achi are winning the 2v2. Then I think they need to be assisting off on storage here a bit more. Watching from Glenn now. You see he's just holding here. He doesn't really need to help Panda though, so this is logical. Looks like both 2v2 point players are not really moving out too much to try to assist. their solo points, and they're both just kind of sitting on the 2v2, and they're piling up points right now. Where is anyone? Saw for quite a long stretch there. No one was even trying to contest hideout. And it is Paw with now a 5-point advantage. That's a nice double there by Ghost. Oh, he couldn't tag though. Actually, got a good spawn. Let's check back in with Demon over here on the pit. Oh, look at that. He's actually brought it all the way back. No wonder Paw is leading now. He's just kind of staring at the point. Last we saw, Demon was actually down by, I think, close to 10 here. And now he's leading against Bug, 24-22. So nice job by Demon here, bringing this one back, keeping it together. Bug is going to need to do better, I will say. If Bug is going to lose this solo, there's just no chance for his team. I think it's as simple as that. He has to win his solo point on all maps, really. He's got to be the carry of this team. He's got to win his solo, and by a decent margin, too, I would say. 10 to 20 plus would be an ideal mark that Bug is going to need to meet. Currently not doing it, but lots of time. It's about deadlocked right here on pit. Let's have a quick look at Spitter. How's he doing? 50 efficiency, 38 kills, 16 points on hideout. They're up to like 25-ish against the... So they're still losing this with 33 for RS. So hideout's still being won by RS. Storage is a blowout in favor of Paw. Panda 38 points now to 18 of Scream. Miso does have 7 points over there as well, which helps. So I suppose overall they're at fucking math, 25-41. Still very one-sided on Storage. See if Scream can get this point figured out a little bit. Scream's got to get this closer. He can't just get completely swept by Panda. That's not only embarrassing, but really bad for his team. If he could just keep it, it's somewhat. He can lose this point and still win it. He can't get blown out though by Panda. That's not going to be acceptable here. 30 efficiency, 25 kills. And it looks like he's starting to get a little more comfortable here now, though, and he's going to need to. And you see, the game is still very close overall. There you go, and that's a nice little stretch there by Screams. Starting to look a lot better over here. And it's only a 3-point lead overall for Paw. Absolutely, Lewis. That goes without saying, surely. Yeah, Scream, since we started watching him, is doing a lot better now. You see Storage, you don't have to hold too many angles. They can come from your left and sometimes on the stairs side, but majority of the time they're going to come from that center area, so it's pretty simple point to play right here on this solo. Still a 6-point advantage overall. Bug is, or Demon is up on Bug, by the way. 3 points. Nice job over there. Let's watch Bug for a little bit now. Trying to get things back for his team. Very, very neck-and-neck game. It's back and forth. Only a 3-point lead now for Paw. Blue was holding all 3 points for a moment there. 38-39. Demon with a slight edge on the... Bug was unable to tag. He was trying to help off before he went over to the pit there. Oh, and he hits the double, but not before Spitter can drag his ass into that point and tag it. That feels bad for Bug right there. Now he's back on the pit. Bug trying to help a little bit on spawn, which has led to some bled points over here, though, on the pit. That's a nice double kill there, though. We did hear that spawn to his right. Was Spitter going the wrong way, though? Still a very close game. Paw still holding on here. He's got to be on the non-AUT. It's the only explanation. He's up by 7 points overall now against Bug. See, Spitter is often over here. I don't even think it's intended. I think Spitter is completely lost, and he's just finding his way here on spawn, trying to get back to his point. which is helping, though. Nice positioning there by Demon. See if Bug can get control back here. Oh, nice shot again. Let's go back in with Demon. I feel like he's locked in right now. There he is. Oh, he died. This is okay. He's going to lock back in. Now Bug's going to lock in as soon as I switch off of him. Yeah, it's happened. It's happened. Demon grew himself a nice lead during that. 49 to 44. Still up 5, despite the little run that Bug is on now. Awkwardly trying to get back, hitting every wall in the process is Demon. Now he finally gets it back. Paw has grown their lead back to just over 10 points here, as RS had climbed back to within a few. Paw trying to get that lead back. Under 5 minutes left to go, map 1. Good day, Arcus. Arcus always here on the stream as well. Arcus, Wildcats, pretty much always come by anytime I'm streaming anything, so appreciate you guys. All the mainstays that always show up here. 4.5 minutes left to go. Lead continues to grow. 15-ish now. What switches can be made, if any? There's Spitter lost out of his mind, but it doesn't matter. Has Bug switched? He has. They have made a switch. Bug has gone over to storage because dirty old Panda laying the beatdown on Scream, and it's been a big issue. He's got 64 points over there. Panda does, and that's the glaring issue for RS right here, and Bug trying to stabilize that. The problem is, Demon is going to have a fun time now against Scream, I would imagine. Or did they move Ghost over here? Oh. Okay, God knows what Ghost is doing. I can see why Azure dropped you. Just kidding, Ghost. You're doing great. He's back on the 2v2. Let's see a Demon. So he should be against Scream now. Scream is having a terrible game. I feel like perhaps he's not comfortable on this map. I don't know if he's maybe not played it much. Crow thinking that Demon gonna have his harder time against Scream, and somehow I don't see so, but sometimes that weird shit like that does happen though. You get locked in on one player, then someone new comes on the point mid-game, and it just throws you off, even if they're a weaker player. He just seems to be fine though, from what I could see. And the lead rather has only grown, I should say, since RS made the switch. It's over 20 points now, approaching 30. So the switch, it did not work at all. And when you really think about it, it's not a good switch. It was never going to work, simply because the 2v2 is so close, and with all the spawn traffic at storage, switching Bug there, you're gonna stop the bleeding a little bit, but you're not gonna grow a big enough lead. From Bug by doing that, especially with the help from the 2v2. You needed to keep Bug on the true solo here and see if he can just grow a bigger lead. That was the only chance. But I think what they should have done is just, like we saw Miso and Achi, we haven't really watched them much. But what they needed to do is have these guys assisting storage constantly. At least one of them. Have them permanently helping storage. I think that was the play they needed to make instead of moving Bug off the solo. This was not a good move. And map number 1 almost surely is going to go the way of Paw here. Let's fucking go, chat. It's a shame we're back to the shitty old regular textures. Twitch could not handle the Super HD texture pack for UT99. Just buffered right out. Nice multi here by Achi. How is this 2v2 going? I assume they're winning this. What do they got? This so it's 72-ish against 64, so they are winning the 2v2. Not by as much as I would have expected, though. I think the 2v2 in general with Miso and Achi is going to be stronger in this particular matchup. That's why the solos are so important, especially for Bug. That's right, Nani. Number one mod, keep things in order over there. Shit's getting out of control. See Miso helping off over here too. Tags and suicides. It's a nice move there. And finding his way back to the 2v2 here. Only 30 seconds left. They're down 26 points. That's going to be impossible. So it is game one going to Paw. They could hold all three the rest of the way and it would not matter. This game is done. So take it on their map pick, and seems like a smart map choice by them. Because Scream did not look comfortable over here, and Demon very good on that pit solo point, and he showed it there. So Paw taking down map number 1, 244 to 218, convincing win. Right there. We'll see if RS can tie things up here on their map. $92 points for Panda on storage. Why didn't or never mind, sorry. The question I was about to ask, I figured it out before I asked it, so. iDOM match. So here it'll be Miso Achi, of course, on the 2v2. And they should win this by a lot here, I think. I'm good, thanks. I got mine. I think this has been their favorite map overall, so if they're going to try to force a tiebreaker, this is the map they want to be on for sure. Are they going to put Bug on basement or corner, though? That's the main question. Where does Demon play here? I think Demon plays corner, doesn't he? And are they going to put Panda on the solo again, or are they going to put Ghost on the other? They do have that advantage now that they've picked up Ghost. They can swap Ghost and Panda on the secondary solo point depending on the map, which is a nice thing to have. Corner Demon? Yeah, I thought he played corner. Panda basement. Oh god, it's Panda against Scream again. Scream is going to need to do a lot better. Should be more comfortable on that point, surely. Indeed he did, Arcus. Indeed he did. He did. One more to click in, and it's Panda. Countdown is on, and here we go. Let's check with Panda, see if he's gonna head to the basement. Appears as though he was, and it looked like Bug was down there. Yeah, he is, so Panda against Bug. Panda is not gonna have a free ride this time. And this is gonna be important. Bug needs to teach Panda a fucking lesson here and win this solo point by a large margin. It's going to be critical. And Scream needs to not get obliterated by Demon. Those two things happen and RS can win, because they're going to win the 2v2, I think, for sure. I don't think Ghost Spitter are going to match the frag power of Miso Achi on this map, but we shall see. They start by Scream there so far. I can't watch this. Okay, let's check with Scream. Early on in the corner, he's got 5 points against the 4 of Demon, so that's good. Like, if Scream can... He doesn't even really need to win this secondary solo here. If he can just not lose it by a ton, they're going to be in a good spot to win this map. Because Bug is for sure... I should say, win basement by a lot against Panda, so... Nice start here so far by Scream. Let's check in with Bug. Currently 7-5, only very narrow advantage. Is Panda underrated or something? Like, what is his rating? He's like he's in the 600s, I think, right? Why is Panda doing so good? He shouldn't... This should not be a close matchup on paper, Bug against Panda. This should be very one-sided, I feel, but so far it is not. But perhaps Bug will pull away here as time rolls along. We will see. Blue holding all 3 points. They do have an early lead, by the way. RS does. So that's a start they've been looking for. Quick check-in on the 2v2. We got 11 points for RS against 10. So it's about even on the 2v2. Corners being won currently by Scream by 3 points, 13 to 10. And it's 12-8 on basement, so they're actually kind of winning all 3 points right now. Blue is, and that's giving them a lead overall. Not a very big lead yet, but a nice start to the game. Yeah, Panda is surprisingly good at iDOM. I don't get it. If you've seen him play CTF Pug, you would wonder how he's doing so good at this, but for whatever reason, he hits very well. Oh, it gets a nice spawn there. That feels bad for Bug. See the 2v2 being controlled here by Paw currently, and it's taken back. Let's just watch Panda for a moment. We've been talking about him. This is 14 to 15. He's, up to this point, keeping it even against Bug. And this is a very close game here. It's only a 1-point advantage now for RS overall. Unbelievable, Panda keeping it close against Bug. This cannot happen. Because Scream had a nice start against Demon, but there's no way he was ever going to win against Demon. And Demon is now up 7 points on him on corner, so... Scream's job was to keep it close, which he is so far. Bug needs to do better. So only up 4 points right now, Bug is. This is a very close game. Panda is slow. Panda's weird. I find him, I don't know, maybe it's just, I find him very hard to hit, though, for whatever reason. It's one of these guys, like, you're waiting for him to dodge, and he never, ever dodges, and he's, like, seemingly not even moving, but he's unhittable. So he Screams running it back against Demon, and he's tied that now. In fact, he has a 1-point lead on corner. So nice job by Scream here. And the lead has all of a sudden gone way into the favor of RS. We saw Paw bring the game. RS has been leading pretty much the whole way, but Paw brought it back. And all of a sudden, it's a big lead. I almost didn't even notice it. It looked basically tied, and then I looked down, and it's a big advantage for RS now. Looking to be in a good position to force the tiebreaker in this match. Got a big advantage now. It's a 24-point advantage. So nice job by RS here. Ghost, so we can't watch him anymore. He's doing nothing but die. And Paw does not look comfortable here. Let's watch Miso for a moment. What's the 2v2 at? We got 37 points for RS against the only 24. So big lead on the 2v2 spot here, Central, for RS, which we figured they would have. I think they have definitely the stronger 2v2 overall, and they definitely would be better on this map. They've played it a lot together, and they're very comfortable here, so... Nice multi here by making an ultra for the Miso. I don't know. That was really weird, honestly. I almost want to rewatch the VOD after just to see it. That was like the quickest lead gain I've ever seen. When I was watching Basement, the game was essentially tied. Paw had brought it all the way back, and then I was checking it on corner. It couldn't have been that long. It didn't feel like that long. 20 seconds, maybe? And all of a sudden it was a 20-plus point advantage. They must have held all 3 points for a stretch there. Let's check back in on the basement. Bug up to 39 now against 26. There, that's looking more like it should. 40 to 26. Okay, the Bug is finally doing his job as the carry of this team, and I was gonna say, like, come on now. Like, Panda's playing well for his salary, but let's be real. This should not be a close matchup. And now it isn't. 43 to 27. Bug needs to keep this up and keep growing it, and RS for sure will be able to force that tiebreaker map. Great job controlling these spawns here. This has got to be kind of tilting for Panda. He keeps spawning right in the crosshair of Bug. Oh, nice shot there by Panda. Just before you could tag that one. You saw Spitter running through. I feel like Spitter is completely lost somehow. Despite Mavelin's being a stock map. Or is he just... Are they trying to double up on Bug, perhaps? I don't think that is going to work. Because they were already losing the 2v2 hard, so I don't think taking one of those people off... I don't think Ghost is going to be faring too well, you know, 1v2 over there, but... I guess they got to try something. This corner matchup's been pretty back and forth. What are we at now? 45 for Demon, 37 for Scream. So this has gone back and forth all map long. This Demon with a lead here, not a very big one, 7 points. So it's a nice effort by Scream. Like we said at the beginning, Scream against Demon, he only needs to keep it close. He can absolutely lose this point. As long as he keeps it decently close, his team should win. And they absolutely look like they're going to. 6 minutes left. 158 to 124 is the overall difference, and that's a big one. Of course, it's technically possible for PA to bring this back. I just cannot see it happening. There's really not any switch they can do except trying to move Demon to basement against Bug and put Panda against Scream. I feel like in general that's probably what they should want to do, is have Demon against Bug to minimize the damage there. But I don't think that switch is gonna account for the 40-point deficit that they find themselves in right now. I don't think Bug is... or Demon, rather, is going to be able to make up that kind of difference. So Demon doing a nice job pulling away a little bit from Scream here. 55 to 42 now. He's doing a much better job now as Demon, but he can only do so much. The 2v2 players are both sitting at 40 efficiency, and they're getting rolled over there. 45 points to the... what is that? 65. 2v2 being heavily won by RS. Basement being very heavily won now by RS. This is the only point being won by PA at corner, and 61 to 42. That's a nice job by Demon, but you can't offset the other 2 points losing by that much. So we're gonna go to a tiebreaker. I think I can safely say that, unless there's some ridiculous comeback. What do you mean, Watercater? I don't really understand what you mean by that. Watching Ghost, a rare time when PA has control of the 2v2. It's about a 30-point advantage here. Overall, 3.5 minutes left. Yeah. Scream is doing well for sure, I totally agree. Rampage for Ghost. We watched them at the right time. Red holding all 3 points. They're trying to mount a comeback here. And this has been a rare time in the game where Pa has held the 2v2 for an extended period. Can he hit the dominating? I think he's 3 away right now. Make it 2. Oh, you blew it. You blew it, Ghost. You could have taken something from this game. 2 away from the dominating, but not going to happen. See Achi trying to help out over here. Blue holding all 3. This game is over. $48-73 is the total here. Corner Demon against Scream. So pretty big victory there by Demon. Gotta give Paw a bit of credit. They've brought the game back a little here. Like they're down 20 points now. They were down over 40 there for a good long stretch, and they've actually brought it back. They're actually technically in range. It's possible. Kind of ridiculous they've even brought it back to this point, to be honest. Where has it been brought back? Has Panda been doing better? 46-77 over there. So we know Demon really started to pull away. I guess that was a big part of it, and the 2v2 got a lot closer. 39... no. It's 66 for Paw to the... what is that? 70... whatever. Paw is losing to 2, but they brought it back a lot closer. They're only down 10-ish now. So I give them a little credit for trying to fight back there, but it's back to blowout worthy. Pushing close to a 40-point advantage again. So let's finish it out in the final minute with Bug, who's had a slow start against Panda on the basement, but has since taken care of business as we knew he needed to do. He's got 87 down here against the only 48 of Panda. And we are definitely going to see a tiebreaker to determine who goes to the semifinal in the upper bracket and who will be eliminated. Only 30 seconds left, and it's all over for Paw, and they know it. Start thinking about that next map. So, I suppose if you're Paw, you probably want to avoid the Bug Panda matchup. Was it just because Panda overperformed on storage? I wondered. Still feel like they probably ideally want to have Demon matching up against him to minimize Bug's effectiveness. So Demon ended up winning corner pretty heavily, 88-56. Anyway, well done by RS. Obviously, really good map pick by both teams, actually. Smart map pick for both teams. They each won their map, and now we'll figure out what the tiebreaker will be. Yeah, I think he probably did as well. So RS was the lower seed, so they will ban first. First ban for Scream is going to be Hoya. Somewhat surprising. I feel like Bug could have really taken over corner on that map. Perhaps they're trying to avoid getting heavily outfragged on the 2v2, those sort of maps, but we'll see. Has Garden been played at all this entire cup, by the way? Because I definitely have not seen it. I think that is the only map I have not seen played. Although I don't think I've seen Curse either. I don't think I've seen Curse or Garden played this whole cup. Waiting for the first ban from Panda. Olden is the first ban for Pa. Oh, so what Garden was played once, okay. What about Curse? Was Curse ever played? Axon is the next ban for RS. And I don't think I've seen Campgrounds either, that's another one. That's another map that I don't believe has been played in this cup. Isotoxin is the next ban. Logical ban. I think Panda... I think that team is going to want to avoid the heavy fragging maps because they, I think, overall are outfragged by RS for sure. Cinder is the next ban for RS. So what are we left with here? We got Curse, Final Hour, Garden, Lament, Malice, and Shader remain. Malice is the next map taken out for Panda. 5 maps remain on the list. I feel like Garden would actually be good in this matchup for RS because no one would come close against Bug on top. I can't imagine anyone would keep that close. And they have the frag power on the 2v2 to help the other solo as well. But I doubt that map will end up getting played. Garden's been played 3 times, really. I have yet to see it. I mean, I haven't been following everything, but... So Curse was played once by RS. Okay. And Campgrounds was picked by Jin. So Campgrounds and Curse were the 2 least played maps then. Garden is the next ban. And it's by RS, so Scream does not agree with me that no one would contest Bug on top there. Olden is already banned. That was the first ban by Pa. We're down to 4 maps. Where it's and Final Hour was just taken out by Panda, so we're down to 3 maps. We got Curse, Lament, and Shader. So Scream will make his final map ban now, and then Panda will pick what map they play. My guess would be that Curse will be banned here by RS. Although they did, Dekel did say they did pick it once, so perhaps not. Oh, they did ban Curse. Okay, I was right. So it's going to be either Shader or Lament. And I'm going to guess we're going to be playing Shader because I don't think anyone on Pod wants to play against Bug on top there. But perhaps they don't want to play him on Ocean either, so we'll see. Shader is often the decider, it seems. Yes, that is true. Waiting on the decision. Pa will pick Lament or Shader. I hope they pick Lament just so I can rant for the first 10 minutes about how shit the map is. And hope it gets removed for next cup. And they ban Lament, so it is going to be Shader. As expected as the tiebreaker map. Ah. There was a stretch of time when this map was actually pretty decent to play for CTF. I think it's still somewhat playable, but... eh. I think, yeah, it's hard to say which map would be better for PA. I don't... Yeah. One thing I will say about Lament, if that map is going to stick around, I sure as hell hope something is done to modernize, or whatever you want to call it, just make that map a little less one-dimensional and a little nicer to play. For one thing, that disgusting spawn that I don't understand why it has not been fixed or removed, where you spawn up back stairs and you just fall down to the bottom 99% of the time. Why has that spawn not been fixed so you don't fall off like a fucking dumbass? Like, and you have to, and if you're on control, you have to suicide there every single time. So that's the first thing. Fix that fucking spawn. Secondly, I think there should be another way to get to Central. I think, so if up top there's that hallway on the right side that goes down to Central, I think there should be another hallway, basically in the same spot, underneath, that you can access from, like the main front area of Lower. Because it's so stupid how, if you get any of those spawns, either backstairs or the one below, if you're on Central, like, you have to suicide any of those spawns. You're suiciding 60 plus times a map. That is really stupid. So there's only one little block of spawns that are actually usable for Central. So if you add a hallway from, like, the main lower area, same spot as the high hallway, just one below it that goes to Central. That way, if you spawn in that area, you don't have to suicide. You can go over there. And also, it adds more team play because the 2v2 people can be helping Central more. Instead of how it is now, where it's like, oh, if I spawn over here, I either have to run all the way around, or suicide 10 plus times before I finally get into the little quadrant of spawns that I can actually use for Central. It's really fucking stupid. And it's also why, if you're a Central player, you only basically need to hold one angle the whole time. Like, they will rarely come from the left side, but if you have an extra tunnel there, I think it would change the entire flow of the map. There's my thoughts on Lament and how to actually make it a decent map. It's so one-dimensional right now, it's horrible. Just really doesn't have a good flow at all. It's not about turning Central into a 2v2, it's allowing the 2v2 to help more on Central. It's about adding proper flow to the map. Like I said, that whole, like, Central, or the lower part of the spawns, like in that front room, those spawns and the backstairs are horrible if you're on Central. If you get the ones that are in the, like, front lower area, you have to make the decision to suicide or run to the hallway on your left and hope you don't get sniped from lower, or meet someone who's dodging down the ramp from the high spawn on your way back to Central. It's really dumb. If you had a hallway going to Central on the right side, so then you have a hallway on the right and the left, then if you get those spawns there or on the back stairs and you're on Central, you have a path back to your point. You don't need to suicide 100 times a map. And it also allows lower to help Central, and it makes the 2v2 point much less one-dimensional than it is right now, where you have one dumbass sitting in the bunker holding one angle, shooting down a narrow hallway, and the other guy standing out front. You have way more to deal with and to control. It can actually be more team play. There, I'm done my rant. The map's dog shit. It's horrible. It could be so much better with those two changes, in my opinion. It's a very simple change. And I talked about deleting those spawns. You wouldn't even need to do that. Well, I would just fix the one spawn so you don't fall down every time. I don't know what has to be done, if it needs to be turned or moved up a little bit, but fix that spawn and just add the one hallway lower, same spot as the high hallway to central, but on the low ground to access from those other quadrants of spawns. Boom. Try it. It'll be a way better map. Yes, next to lower. It's the same way there's a hallway next to lower. Right now, if you're looking at lower, there's a hallway to the left that goes to central. There would be one on the right. The same way there's a hallway above it on the right, from top, that goes down to central. There would just be one right below that that goes straight through to central. Then, anyway, I don't want to go through the whole rant again, but you wouldn't have to spawn, you wouldn't have to suicide a million times on the map. You would create more team play. The points would be way less one-dimensional than they are. Top would kind of stay the same, but whatever. The 2v2 point and central would be very much improved. Anyway, shader for the tiebreaker. I give a massive advantage here to RS, and I would be pretty surprised if they don't win it. I really cannot see Paw winning this, if I'm being honest. No one is going to contest Bug on Ocean, I feel like. They're going to have to put Demon over there. So Demon's going to need to try to not lose that by 10 or more. And then what do you do? They're going to put Panda on control. I've played Panda on control here. It's not like watching him on storage. He's not very good. So they're not going to have the secondary solo point power on this map that they had on the others. And the 2v2 deck freight power is heavily in favor of RS. I don't know. I cannot see how Paw wins this map, honestly, but we'll see. Remove the glass, yeah. It's just stupid to me how, if you're playing Central, if you don't get that spawn that's like at the top of the ramp of Central, if you don't get that, or the spawn that's like on Central, or the one only spawn top where you can take that other right hallway, that's it. That's all you have. Every other spot on the map, you're in a super awkward spot where you probably have to suicide, or you're just running by lower hoping not to die. It's pretty stupid. One more to click in. I agree, Marco, on that. They do have to do that. They gotta get Demon against Bug here no matter what, which I think they will do. I can't imagine they'd put Panda or anyone else other than Demon on Ocean here. Deck is gonna be a massive issue. Whoever it is, it probably Ghost and Spitter, they're gonna get really badly outfragged here by Achi and Miso. Achi's actually really annoying on this map on the 2v2. He basically just is aiming at the spawn the entire map. He doesn't really help off at all. He kind of stands sort of... He'll either be here, just aiming down, here, into there. Or he'll stand here. That's all he does the whole map. And it's annoying. And I just think their overall frag power is really, they're going to win deck by a lot, which I think is in turn going to make them win control, because they're going to be able to help off on control. And we already know they're going to win Ocean by default with Bug against whoever. I would be shocked if Paw wins this. Shocked. Is there anyone in here who actually thinks Paw can win this? Because I just don't see how it's possible. I think they actually would have had a better chance on Lament. The more I think about it. Yeah, exactly. And the Lament 2v2 is much more isolated than this. Neither one of the maps is good for Paw, in my opinion. Well, Arcus, it's okay, because I think Paw is going to be eliminated here. It's just the more I think about it, I don't see any world that RS loses this. RS is a really good team. They have a contending team, in my opinion. It's a very good balance. They have a top solo point player, which if you have that on your... Of course, not every team has that, because there's only... You know, you can count them on one hand, the amount of players that are real top solo point players. So if you have one of those guys, you already have a chance to contend. So they have that. They have excellent frag power on the 2v2, one of the best in the whole cup. And their secondary solo point player, Scream, is pretty good. That's a very well-balanced team, RS. They definitely can contend to win the whole thing, I think. It's a good team. Goodbye, Paw. Goodbye. Spitter delaying the inevitable here by not clicking in. This will be the biggest caster curse of all time if somehow Paw wins this map. You think Scream is playing the 2v2? I doubt it. They've never done that up to this point, I don't think. It's always Scream the secondary solo at G Miso on the 2v2. I suppose on this map they could throw Achi on control, but... Hello, can we click? Please, casters have lives too. Oh, hello, Uzi. At least Uzi can show up to watch iDOM matches. He can't show up to play them, but at least he's got, you know, half of that shit figured out. God bless you, Uzi. Uzi, we have a match tomorrow, don't forget. 22. It's okay, Murder. We don't need to discuss all that. Look, you get to watch Pa die gracefully and be eliminated from the cup right here on Shader. I am giving them the full zero, not even 0.1, they 0% chance to win this map. I will be utterly shocked if Pa can win this. What is Spitter doing, man? Ara should just take the forfeit. That'd be the best karma ever. That would be great. That's what everyone truly wants to see, is RS just taking the forfeit right now for Spitter not clicking in. They probably know they're gonna fucking destroy them on Shader anyway, so it doesn't matter. Oh, they're starting to ask, what's forfeit timer? Asking for a friend. 45 minutes, says Pa. That would be sweet justice, I must say. He's back. Oh, he's back. Fuck you, Spitter. The people wanted the forfeit. It was true justice. He's typed, but he has not clicked, so come on, man. We're underway. The map will happen, and fear not. RS is going to win. Demon is on Ocean, as we expected. He will be against Bug over here. It's a lucky start for him to spawn on point. Where is Bug? He's yet to make his way there. He is now on his way over. So, with everything being said, I don't give Paw a chance to win, as you know. But if they are gonna have a chance to win this map, it's all up to this guy, Demon. He cannot get rolled by Bug. He's got to keep it within 10 points, I'd say. That's the only hope. If he loses by more than 10, there's absolutely no chance. Don't get me started back on that, Fakatu. That was the most tilting shit ever. Worst defense in a Pug of all time. Let's see who is actually playing control for Paw. It is Panda, that's what we figured in against Scream. And like I said, Panda, it's not like on storage. He's not... I've played against him on control, and it was not close at all. He's not as impactful on this particular solo point, so... Scream is going to do better here, too. He's already up 6-4. Red holding all 3 points at the moment. At least to start, it's close. 2-point advantage overall for RS. See, Demon currently has a 7-4 advantage over Bug on Ocean. He seems to... He did the same thing on, Goddamn right about that, Uzi. He did the same thing on Focus against Bug, where he had an early lead. It's like, Demon, he starts out well, he just can't maintain it for the whole map. There's Panda over here now. Scream did spawn on control. Oh, Panda blows the shot. He gets the control spawn, though, and takes it right back. Seems like neither of them can hear these spawns somehow. And you do see them helping off there. So Ghost Spitter on deck. Achi, Miso, the RS has 9 over there so far. It's a 7, so it is being won by RS as we assumed, but closer than I expected, so... Only a 3-point advantage overall for RS. RS holding all 3 points, trying to grow that lead here, and they are... Up to 7 points overall now. Aw, Demon got shot in the back by Miso before he can make his way back. He still hasn't come back. This is where it starts to fall apart. Bug's gonna start pulling away. Demon had his good little start there. It's all over. It's all over. I feel a minimum rampage here from Bug. I just feel it in my bones. I think he needs 2 more? 1 more now? Spawn above him. Oh, he missed it! He choked it! Yeah, he got it. There's the rampage. He choked the first couple shots, but Demon did not turn, and he finally takes him down. I don't think so. You see, this is my streaming UT, so I don't even... I don't know what the setting differences are between this, to be honest. I used to play on this streaming UT many years ago. So the spawn animation, I don't know. I think it's just the default one, no? See Miso helping out over here. Over a 10-point advantage for RS. I know there was a, what was that mod or tweak called that changed the spawn animation? I forget what it's called. I know there's something that fixes that, though. Watching Miso currently. He's got 10 points on deck. He's been helping out Ocean quite a bit, actually, and he doesn't need to, but 18 points overall they have on deck. Kevin Achi against 17. So deck actually pretty close. I think Miso is actually over-roaming a little bit. Red holding all 3 points now, trying to mount a little bit of a comeback. They held all 3 points for fairly long there, and they're back within 7 points. They're only up by 5 now, so... I feel like Miso is over-roaming. I don't think he should ever be going to Ocean. I don't think anyone needs to be helping Bug over there. I think they should be focusing more on just holding deck and helping off on control when they can. Let's watch Achi for a bit now. Did snipe Panda. He's going to go try to take deck first. He can't, though. And what is happening? The game is tied now. And it's a first lead of the game for Paw. They're holding all 3 points. This would be the biggest caster curse of all fucking time if Paw wins this map. I gave them a full 0% chance. Oh no. They have a lead and a decent one, 5-point lead. Look at that. What's going on at Ocean? 22 to 24, so Demon keeping that close. It's only down 2 points. If he can keep that up, his team has a chance. I do feel at some point Bug is going to pull away, though. We'll see. Let's watch Demon again for a little bit. ULV thinks Paw has a chance. I still don't think they have a chance. They're currently winning. I still think RS will end up winning it by a decent margin. But what do I know? Paw still has a good team, so they could do it. And Murder would not be happy about it. That's all I know. I think the key for Demon is that we don't watch him, because every time we watch him, he does not do well. He seems to do best when we're not watching him. That's when he makes a comeback, although now he's hitting good. That's nice multi here. They're holding all three. Biggest lead of the map so far for Paw. Nice job by Demon. He's up to 27 now. He's still only down a point or two to Bug here. This is what they need. This is how they won Focus, because Demon rather was able to have a nice close game against Bug. Bug eventually had to switch because they were losing storage so badly, but Demon was doing a nice job against him. And if you can minimize the damage from the primary solo point player, that's going to be very helpful. And Demon doing a nice job here. Very nice job. Helping off on deck is when he can as well. Fantastic stuff. They got a 10-point lead. They're holding all 3 points. What is going on? Good thing I wasn't betting real money on this. Would have been all in on RS. Game not over though. 7.5 minutes. Let's see what's happening in the control matchup. We're currently watching Ghost. He's playing on deck and helping off on control and Ocean when he can. Deck, by the way, what have we got? Paw's got 39 points to the 32 of RS. That's massive. Oh, nice ultra here by Ghost. Playing that annoying way, just holding the spawn that I was expecting Achi to do. And wow, beautiful sequence out of Ghost here, and he finally goes down. So that's huge for Paw that the 2v2 is currently winning. I thought Ghost and Spitter would really lose bad here to Miso and Achi, but it's not the case so far. And look at that lead, it's grown. It's grown over 15. 17 or so points now. What are you doing, Scream? Why are you coming all the way to Ocean? Have they switched something? I think, yeah, RS has already made a switch. Was Scream losing control that bad? Not really. He has got 33. He was losing to Panda, which, not very good, but 33, the Panda's got 38. I feel like this is a bit of a panic switch that is going to backfire, but we'll see. I'm assuming Bug has gone over to control now. But Scream is going to get ass blasted by Demon. There's no question about it. So Ocean is going to be a big deficit now, I would assume. Although, as we watch Scream, he's actually doing quite well so far. Don't like the switch. I think it was a panic switch. But I will say, for the moment, it seems to be doing okay. They've got a little bit closer back into the game here. They're still down about 9. Let's just go see what Bug has. So Bug is over on control now. So obviously control is going to start going a lot better for them. They had the Bug Panda matchup on Malevolence, and they won that map by a lot, largely because of Bug's dominance over Panda. So trying for the same formula here. We saw Scream doing well on Ocean against Demon. I just don't know that he's going to be able to keep that up. I think at some point Demon's going to start really pulling away too. But either way, it's a close game. back within 9 now. Spawn right side. Panda taking down the bug. Bug's 14 over here now. Can't hit Panda. There we go. Blue holding all 3 points again. They're actually coming back. I did not think this was a good switch, but everything I've predicted in this map has been completely wrong so far, so I don't know anything. I thought this would be a blowout for RS to begin with. I never envisioned Bug having to leave Ocean, but he has. And I thought that was a bad switch, but it's appearing as though it was a good one. As they're now within 1 point and the game is tied. They've brought it all the way back, and they're going to take the lead back again. Oh, that can't feel good for PA. They worked that lead all the way back, and they had a nice advantage. And the switch has actually worked. Very close game now. PA did get the lead back here. They're holding all 3 points. They have a 4-point advantage now. It's going to come down to the wire, it feels like. Yeah, well, he seems to be Watercater, so... I mean, that's the whole key. If Scream can keep holding his own over here, then they should be able to win, because you know Bug's going to win over on control now. Let's watch Steam and see if he can get Scream under control. He's already up to 22 points. Scream is on Ocean. He's done a very nice job over here. Tiebreaker map. Loser eliminated. Winner semis in the upper bracket. 2.5 minutes left. And it is still PA trying to hold on here. They got a 4-point advantage. This is about as down to the wire as it's going to come. Can they get Ocean control back? Demon has it. Ah, but Miso there to support. Oh my, it's a 3-point advantage. 2 out of 3 being held, though, by PA. Oh, come on, Demon. Oh, this is awkward. Oh, boy. That's a tilter. Especially if he dies again to Scream here, and he did. I think Demon was actually doing a lot better against Bug over here. And of course, this is not what we expected to see. Oh my, he's tilted. I could tell Demon is tilted just by watching him play. His aim is so off. See if he can hold it down for a little bit here. He needs to. But despite Scream doing as well as he is against Demon, they have not got that lead back. They're still down 4 overall to PA, so what is happening? Let's check with Bug again. They do have a lead now. RS back in the lead by 2 points now. Bug up to 33 points over here. Deck, we have a combined 61 between Achi and Miso against the, what's that? 70. 70 of Ghost and Spitter. Wow, they're winning Deck by a lot. Which I also predicted completely wrong. Everything I've predicted about this tiebreaker map has been completely wrong. $30 seconds left. It's a 2-point advantage. Let's just keep it on Bug, I guess. Can RS hold on to a 2-point advantage? There's 3 points being held right now by PA. The game is tied now. They have 2 out of 3. Bug needs to get this control back desperately. They're holding 2 now. It's 10 seconds left. It's tied. They're holding 2 out of 3. PA is, but they're holding all 3 points with only 5 seconds left. I think they might get it. Bug is going to get back to control. It's not going to be enough. And PA is going to move on to the semis. RS is eliminated. And the PA haters can't be happy about this one. What a game. Ghost had a hell of a game there. Well played. They won deck by a lot. I thought they would lose that shit. So, 0% is not 0%. That's the lesson learned. Good job, Pa. I gave you no chance and you won. So congrats to Pa. Moving on, and they'll face the winner of Randrop Azure, which is happening, I believe, on Sunday. There's a match in the lower bracket playoffs happening tomorrow with my team X4 against WP. And the other match, when is that other lower bracket match happening? And the other lower bracket match, Jin against Spoo, is also on Sunday. One at 20, one at 20:30. Match tomorrow at 22. No problem for the stream. It's okay, Marco. I also predicted everything wrong. And that's what made it enjoyable. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Take care.